What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? I fucked up. I'm an idiot today. I actually shut off the music because I gotta remember to shut off the display capture next time before I introduce everybody and all that happy shit. That's my fault. So the music stopped abruptly. I'm sorry, guys. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. We had a long night last night. Well, Heather did. I mean, I woke up, but it wasn't because of helping Heather. I tried sleeping. I could not sleep. But how's everybody doing tonight? We're going to talk about it. For fuck's sakes, we might as well. Everybody's waiting fucking shitting fucking pants over this fucking shit. I'll give my thoughts on it for sure. Future endeavors, that's all I'm going to fucking say. We'll talk about it. We'll also talk about what's going to happen tonight on SmackDown. I did not, let's get into it, talk to my, turn on my, I wish there was a way we could do this without fucking having to do this. Here's the panel, as the same as people as yesterday, minus Johnny. Johnny's not feeling good, and in fact, as we all know, Johnny's probably going to be going back to streaming. He's just not feeling good right now. He's feeling under the weather, so yeah. But Johnny is always welcome on the show anytime. Let's get into it, shall we? What does everybody want to talk about? Who wants to talk about All Elite Wrestling? Not me, because I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. But everybody else wants to talk about it, so let's talk about it. Who watched the press conference today?
I did.
Oh, tell me what's going on.
I did.
I was at work. I had to work today. I actually had to do something today. Go ahead.
Yeah, same here.
You work at a fucking movie theater. Shut your pie hole. Go ahead, Ronnie. What was the press conference all about? We'll do this piece by piece. We're gonna go piece by piece. What's the first thing that they talked about?
Well, they brought out Conrad. They talked about the backing with the Jaguars owner. They mentioned
so he's
SoCal.
He's the investor that they're talking about.
Correct.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't run out of money and then has to sell the fucking Jaguars. Go ahead.
Well, then they also mentioned the SoCal Indie. They had certain indie wrestlers from that promotion that they are in talks with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was OEW, and Bobby could probably correct me on that, but they had that whole promotion that they're looking to bring over as well.
Okay.
Of course, then they brought out Cody and Matt and Nick Jackson and what their titles are within that of being part owners and working with creative and stuff like that. I know they mentioned, I think it was Billy Gunn too, with producer of talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a part of the promotion. They brought out Brandy Rhodes, who's going to be overseeing
the chief brand officer.
She's going to be
essentially she's going to be the Stephanie McMahon of the fucking
correct.
company.
Yeah, she's got that title. As we were all talking off air.
Let's go into what she said.
Yes, that she basically was saying that with bringing on the women, it's going to be equality throughout that promotion. The women are going to be treated as respectable as with the men, and they're going to be paid the same as the male talent as well.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Here's where I have an issue, and I'm not saying equal pay should not be. What I'm trying to say is if you bring in an AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and they're brand new to the promotion, and it has nothing to do with women, let's keep that in mind. They're going to bring in new talent, and they're going to be like, well, I want this, that, and the other thing. And they say, no, we can't do that because we're going to pay you the same amount that everybody else gets paid. What do you think Seth Rollins is going to do? He's going to essentially say, fuck you, no thank you. I don't care what anybody says. You can say, well, you don't know. Really? You think that Seth Rollins is going to want to come to a company where the lowest guy on the totem pole is making the same amount of money as the champion or the main event players? There better be some sort of incentives, or this company will not go anywhere. I'm just saying. And this Khan guy should know this. He's an NFL owner. If you pay your best player the same amount, look at it like this. If you pay your players the same amount of money across the board, how long do you think your team's going to last? How long do you think your team's going to be competitive? If you pay them, they're going to want to go to free agency. They don't want to come there. They want to get fucking paid. Now, I know that Chris Jericho is coming there. I can understand why he doesn't want to get paid. Look, the guy's made millions already. He doesn't need the money. He has Fozzy. Does everybody understand where I'm coming from on that? Does that make sense to anybody, or am I being
Oh yeah,
facetious?
I agree with you on that.
Okay. But I don't know what everybody else's thoughts on that are.
Well, and like you were saying too, I mean, if they're going to have that flat across the board pay, then the person that they're bringing in that wants the title shots, that wants to be headlining, that wants to be that number one guy.
Yep.
That's where I guess they're going to be pushing more towards, okay, we're going to bring you in and this is what we're going to promise you.
Yep.
And if that's what the incentive is, if that's what the individual that is coming in wants, and they've promised them that, then that might be, yes, that incentive for the Seth Rollins to come aboard.
Right.
But they have to deliver on it.
Yep. I don't see it making it. If they're going to pay people across, they're never going to get big. Because if they want a big TV deal, like I'm sure that they want, they've got to get a big name in there. Chris Jericho, he's 7 years old. He's not going to wrestle forever. In fact, I was looking at the roster. 3 of their top guys are all over 40. They don't have many years left in them. So they're really going to be relying, and this is why I say they're going to be booking themselves in a lot of fucking matches. And putting themselves over because they don't have anybody else. I mean, I know they have good young talent like Joey Janela. I've seen okay things from him. He's okay. But them going, and it's going to be difficult if you're going to fucking pay people the same across the board. It's going to be difficult. Because if you're wanting a big TV deal, you're going to want a person like Seth Rollins, because you're going to get viewers. If Seth Rollins was to leave and go to AEW, I guarantee you people would be changing the channel. I liken it to the Hulk Hogan kind of deal. Think about it.
Okay, and then if you flip this onto the other foot, of looking at the talent that's now in WWE, the talent that they've got that are being underutilized, that are being pushed to the wayside, not giving the opportunity. Now, we don't know what's going to happen here, like with all the promises that they made, but if they continue to underutilize certain talent and their contracts are coming to an end, that's going to give them, I feel, more incentive to jump ship and say, hey, I've got someplace else I can go.
Yes, and I understand that. But again, do you think that talent's worth?
Because look who it is. It's Zack Ryder, it's Kurt Hawkins, it's Ty Dillinger, it's AOP, it's Sanity.
AOP's not going to go anywhere.
I'm just saying, people that are not getting the screen time.
But wouldn't that then give them the opportunity to shine on another promotion stage that their talents that we know and we've seen, some of them from NXT that have been moved up, that are now just sitting by the wayside and they feel like they're not being appreciated and their talent is not being used, that they could say, I think I could be better used, and negotiate with AEW and say, yeah, I'll come to your promotion, but this is what I want.
Yeah,
but then again, Ronnie, it all comes back to this: we're paying people across the board the same,
right?
And we're not going to budge on this. Now, let's say that they do, and people find out, and it's going to happen because it happened to WCW. How come he's getting paid more? No bullshit. You said it when you started this promotion. Everybody's going to be paid equal. Give me my raise. And essentially, you're going to run into that problem where inflation's going to happen. You're going to start seeing the fucking Nevilles wanting more. I guarantee it. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, he was another surprise that came out at the presser. Pac is, I guess it was during the Adam Hangman Page when he was out there talking that Pac came out. Of course, with his belt.
I'm not going to call him Pac. I don't give a fuck who he is.
Well,
I don't even like. I don't even care for the guy in the first place. So it doesn't bother me. But I get it's a good idea to pay people. I'm all about equality for men and women. That's not what this is about. The way I'm understanding it is they're paying men and women across the board equal pay.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be making the same amount. I don't know if that's true. But again, you look at it. Seth Rollins is coming over from WWE. He's making $2 million a year, I think, roughly. Do you think he's going to want to come over to AEW for any less?
Well, actually, TSS just put it in the chat perfectly. Britt Baker is going to be making the same amount of money as Chris Jericho.
Well, Chris Jericho, again, going back to this Chris Jericho thing, he's got Fozzy. And Chris Jericho, he essentially, I don't know, didn't watch the press conference, but he signed on, so essentially he's okay with it.
Right, and it's not like, I mean, using Britt as an example, it's not like that's her main career and goal. She also has a fallback. She's a dentist. She just got her dental license last year.
Yes.
So it's not like she doesn't have something to fall back on as well if she decides that this isn't for her or this is not what they said was going to happen. So it's just a matter of if this is what they're telling the talent when they're bringing them in, this is what they've put out to the public. It's just like what was said a couple weeks ago with WWE. We're going to make change. We're going to give you fans what you want. You're going to be the authority. And so far it hasn't come to fruition, but we're still waiting. Mm-hmm. So it may work itself out with AEW, but they don't have the TV deal yet. They didn't announce their next pay-per-view, which is
Double or Nothing.
May 25th at MGM.
Yep, that was announced a long time ago.
So they have that up and coming, provided how they do ticket sales. I know the last time they did a promotion with the pay-per-view, they did it without even mentioning a card or very few people on the card. So how they're going to do this, I don't know if they're going to do it the same way or if they're going to wait a couple months and put ticket sales out there and say, okay, this is who we're having on the card right now. And then see if it sells it quicker or if they're just going to try to do the same thing like they did before. Try to sell it without name people on it.
It only works so many times.
And not to mention, they've mentioned a third show, which they're giving the proceeds to charity. So it's like the third ever show already, and you're giving it all to charity.
They're giving most of it, they said.
Yeah, it's for gun control That was the stipulation with that ticket sales for the.
It's for gun violence. For those affected by gun violence, it isn't for gun control. That's what I read. It was for those affected by gun violence. But
so it was a typical press conference that they put out to announce things, but it was also surprises here and there. The names that they announced, the ones that showed up for the press conference, it's getting it out there. It's showing you the investor. It's showing who they're looking to bring in. So it's still a process in the works. Mm-hmm. But what they're saying is what people that like we're debating on. Is mm-hmm. this actually going to be men and women earning the same? Men and women being treated as equals in this promotion? Is it going to be, okay, we've got these people signed, but now the next group that we sign or bring in, we're going to change it. Mm-hmm.
See, and you can't.
So, and you can't. Yeah, we just don't know.
To me, that don't make sense to do that. To me, that don't make sense to do that. And TSS, yes, any smart fucking businessman, if they initially say, that's why I question this. I'm one of those people. If I go to this promotion and they say I'm getting paid, everybody's going to get paid the same across the board, and I find out that fucking somebody comes in, and I've been with this company for this long, and they come in and they're making more than me, you're fucking ain't right. I'm going to say, you said equal pay for everybody across the board. I want my raise. Give it to me now. Or fucking release me, and I'll go back to fucking WWE. I'd rather sit in the fucking sidelines than be fucking swindled like that. Because that's essentially, it's no worse than WWE doing what they're doing to the talent right now.
And essentially, they're going to get swindled anyway because, again, you have the Young Bucks and Cody in charge of creating. So, they're going to put themselves over rather than somebody like Ty Dillinger.
And that's another thing that I'm afraid of. Now they got Billy Gunn as a producer.
Yeah, I think he's listed as backstage producer of talent or something. It was how it was worded.
Yeah, he's the same as Road Dogg. He's going to be doing the same thing as Road Dogg.
Yeah, that's what Austin said. It was similar title as what Road Dogg has.
Yeah, so any smart business person or anybody that represents their talent, because I'm sure they're going to have representatives, because these guys have agents. They do. Of some sort. Lawyers. I would essentially get a fucking lawyer.
And in fact, they're actually in Jacksonville tonight too. So, I mean, there was probably WWE talent. I mean, I believe they're at the Veterans Memorial Arena
in Jacksonville.
But where the Jacksonville was at the Jacksonville Stadium. Yeah. So it's not that far apart. But Austin did say too that there was reporting of anybody coming to a WWE event that has an AEW shirt.
Now, hold on. Bobbitt actually found an article on that.
Okay.
People getting kicked out there's people that are getting kicked out for a certain reason. Go ahead, Bobbitt.
Let me pull it back up. Because I was responding to a DM.
And I know Bobbitt watched the presser too, because I was asking who was watching it. So if I missed anything, Bobbitt.
No, you didn't miss anything. Let's see.
Look, I'm not shitting all over this thing. I want these guys to succeed, but the way that sounded to me, I don't. Bringing in new talent, and they say that, and that's, I'm speculating. They better be careful how they word shit. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Bobbitt.
This was from somebody whose friend was actually there. He goes, my friend was there wearing a shirt, had no issues. Another friend saw a group of rowdy AEW fans causing problems, and security asked him to calm down, and it escalated to them being asked to leave.
So there you go.
Okay. So then there was extenuating circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I believe, because I even when you go on to the All Elite Twitter, they've got like different segments broke out, and I'm sure Brandy's actual press release that she was actually reading from will probably enlighten it more. Just like I said, my understanding with the way she worded it, and it was right after she mentioned with being in the typical Stephanie McMahon title, that the women as well as the men will be treated equal, and equal pay will be across the board.
Right. And so that's my question. And did they even answer any questions at this press conference?
No.
That's not a press conference then. That's what they've been calling it all this whole time, because they should be allowed to ask questions. People should be allowed to ask these guys questions. What the fuck do you mean by full pay across the board?
Right.
Are you saying that everybody within the promotion is getting paid the exact same amount? Everybody's starting out at, I'm just throwing a number out there, $35,000 a year. Everybody within the promotion is making $35,000 a year. Because that to me don't make sense. If you're gonna have your top talent, then you better give everybody a fucking opportunity. You cycle people through, fucking give them their shot. If you're gonna pay fucking Hangman Page 30, because he's just a talent. He's not an executive vice president. He's nothing. Right. He's just a talent.
He's just talent. Yep.
You're paying him $35,000 across the board, but yet he's getting all these promotions and all this shit. He's getting thrown into the fucking main event all the time. You know, at some point, if he's smart, and I know they're all friends, and he's smart, he would want to actually get paid more. Does that make sense?
Yes, but if you look at it that way, say they're all coming in and they're all making X amount of money.
Yeah.
And then they're saying, okay, well, we're going to put you in the title hunt. We're going to put you in main events. Could it then be for them as not like a bait and switch, but more of, okay, with each main event, you will earn X, which would put them at a higher pay than someone that is coming in at that low across the board. Mm-hmm. But because they've promised Paige the title picture, so many main events, that he would be actually paid more because of that. Mm-hmm. So
all I'm saying is that I hope they're giving incentives for those guys that are at the top. That's all I'm saying, because to pay everybody across the board the same, and then to bring in new talent, I just see it happening. I'm not saying it is going to happen. I could see it happening. Hey Johnny, I know you got something to say. Go ahead. I think everybody's misunderstanding me. I'm not shitting on it. I just worried about the product.
No, and I apologize, guys, for my voice.
You're good.
My voice is completely shot.
Take your time.
There is one factor that that is not being looked at. Now, I agree that from the sound of it, that across the board is tricky.
Yes.
However, if they go with how they do their merch sales, that could be the other factor in it.
That's the incentives thing I'm talking
about. Right. It would all depend on the incentive part of it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And if they allowed, and if they kind of based who their top talent was off of that, then I could see it kind of working.
Yes.
We really won't know until it's put in practice.
Right. And what they should, I hope they've thought about this. See, they didn't. This is why this was a very. I'm getting.
It was poorly put together.
It was very vague what they were talking about. I'm assuming on what they were doing, because I would have loved to have asked Brandy Rhodes these questions.
Yeah.
What do you mean by this? Okay, so you're paying everybody the same across the board on base salary, essentially, if that makes sense.
Yes,
right. And then of course afterwards too, they had a meet and greet. So I don't know if they had like a where the press could ask questions of these individuals, but they, I mean, with the owner being there, and then what happened afterwards, we just don't know what transpired with the meet and greet or with the press after that at that point. But the rally itself was mainly them just out there speaking. Then they bring out somebody else. They put Conrad back on. They bring somebody else out. They bring Conrad back on to do introductions. So they're with them, I guess, trying to get questions asked. You could see the press was all there in the front and camera crews and stuff like that. But then afterwards, like I said, they all got shifted to the side. So I don't know if they actually had something afterwards.
Okay. Now, I mean, so also, if you're going to be in the main event, do you receive a bonus for being in said main event? Do you receive a bonus for having the biggest high spot or biggest oh shit moment or whatever they fucking do? I don't know. I mean, I think they can't just pay base salary across the board and get away with not giving their talent merch. I mean,
no, I think they're definitely going to do merch.
Right.
They are. It's going to be through All Wrestling Tees.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, and it sounds like they're going with the platform that Cody and the Young Bucks have done for a while.
Right.
Yes.
So with that being said, that's where I'm kind of looking at it from the reason why I can kind of understand what they're doing is because I'm actually on kind of a similar system. Is I have now it's not across the board, but I have a base salary, but I also make commission, and my commission can fluctuate.
Right.
So, like I said, Friday it's going to be a wait and see.
Right.
Situation. I mean, this is their first public speaking about the product.
Right.
So obviously,
there's questions that need to be answered.
There's going to be some definite questions, and two, realistically, they've been.
Take your time.
They've been in the business for a long time, but they haven't been in this part of the business. No. So I think part of it is them feeling the waters themselves.
Yes. And if I was them, I would have done at least some sort of press conference with the media and said, "This is what we meant by these words. Any questions?"
I agree. I think some clarity
would be good.
I would not be surprised if they're trying to keep some of this stuff under wraps for right now.
Well, we know that the one investor is actually the owner of the Jaguars. It's the guy's brother. He's the billionaire. But how much is he investing? I don't know. You got to remember, he's got to run a football team.
Right.
And that's not cheap. So yeah, I mean, I get what everybody's thinking, and this pyro thing is driving me up the fucking wall.
I just jokingly put that in there.
No, it wasn't even. No, it wasn't even you. I said it myself. It wasn't even nothing you said. It's this pyro thing. Does not. It adds. What does a pyro really essentially add to the show? It gives you that ooh and ah moment when the show starts, or a superstar comes out. What does it really add? I just don't know. I don't know.
For me, it's because I guess growing up, and that was always the big thing when someone came out, or like when a certain wrestler came out, they had a certain pyro that went off. And I guess it's just that nostalgia thing for me.
I mean, for me, it's not even the nostalgia thing, because they really didn't start doing it until the Attitude Era. If you think about it, I never.
Well,
when I was
big pay-per-views, they did do some. They didn't do a lot.
When?
Back in the 80s, they did do.
When? What?
With like WrestleMania and that.
WrestleMania 1. They didn't do it for 9. I don't think they did it for 10. They might have done it for 11, 12. See, they didn't do it for any of those. They didn't do it for WrestleMania 1. Don't remember them doing it. They might have done the little pop shots, but I'm talking about the pyro that's what everybody's talking about, is this big fucking pyromaniac show that, it's insane how the pyrotechnics get a pop. It's an explosion, everybody.
People like explosions.
That's right.
I get it. I was a combat engineer. Explosions bore me, people. I was a combat engineer for 23 years. Explosions bore me. Trust me. You've done it for 23 years. It's nothing new that you haven't ever seen. Just say.
For the record, I actually feel pretty good. It's just my voice is fucking shot.
You don't sound like Johnny Sinister, let me tell you.
I feel like fucking John Laurinaitis for some fucking reason.
Can you please say people power?
People power!
Well, we have John Laurinaitis on the call.
Well, technically it should be pancake power, because we got the New Day tonight, Bobbit.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I guess it was that last batch of medicine that I took. It actually cleared up a lot of the shit.
People do realize that what Daniel Bryan's doing, he's throwing shit at fucking not fans.
Local talent.
Throwing shit at local talent. The merchandise stand. Yet you're wearing merch, but you're going to shit all over the merchandise stand.
I wouldn't mind having that John Cena hat. They would mail it out to me.
Oh, he's got his
they have some
green
good
shirt
deals
on.
going on right now, Bobbit.
What?
I was saying they have some good deals going on, Bobbit.
Now, what did you say, Bobbit?
I was like, I could take that John Cena or AJ Styles hat. Just send it out to me.
That's not the purpose of this, Bobbit. Just be quiet. Watch the show.
I know.
Is it bad that, my voice is fucked up, but I still can't understand Trek?
I know, right? That's all right. It's okay. My God. How's your arm doing? Tired?
Uh-huh.
See if she'll go down. You gotta remember. Move slowly. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbit.
By the way, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Heather.
Thank you, Bob.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Trek.
Yep, happy birthday.
Oh.
I know it was a little stressful for you.
I would sing you happy birthday, but that's a little bit impossible right now.
I always say so.
Yes, everybody. It is Heather's birthday today, so if you could all wish her a happy birthday, that would be great. She had a rough night last night.
All right, Ronnie, Trek, Y'all want to sing happy birthday?
No, because you'll wake my daughter up and I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, God. You and Ronnie, I don't mind. It's just the idea that you included Trev in that.
Yes, Dan, we know this. We keep telling him that all the fucking time. Do you not pay attention?
It's funny how me and Heather are actually so close in age.
Yeah.
Close with birthdays, too.
Well, that's what I mean. She's only a week older than me.
Oh, that's your birthday's next week? Okay.
Next Friday.
Oh, next week's This Week in Wrestling. Nice. Okay.
I want a naked Ember Moon poster.
Well, I was going to say we have to get the naked women out there for This Week in Wrestling. We'll see if we can book Nia Jax.
Our truth came out. Ooh.
I'd rather die.
I know he's last week.
Hey, Johnny, we can send you a cake with Trek in it.
She's late now.
Do you hear that?
And they go to a commercial, for fuck's sake. But anyway.
That is the sound of me not giving a shit.
So tonight we're getting the triple threat for the number one contendership for the SmackDown Women's title. Do not be surprised if they turn the title match into a fatal four-way at Royal Rumble. It'd be stupid too, but watch. Watch them do it. Because you don't want to beat Charlotte or Becky right now with Carmella. I mean, them two beating each other, I get. I could see them having Becky win and then getting a title shot and then losing. And then Becky, but then again, everybody's, the way that I think that they're going, and just a gut feeling that I have is that Charlotte's going to win tonight. Becky will go to the Royal Rumble. She'll win the Rumble. Becky will go and face Ronda Rousey. Charlotte will face Asuka at SmackDown at Royal Rumble. Becky will win the Royal Rumble and choose to take on Ronda Rousey. And then Charlotte will somehow get back into the title picture and face Asuka at WrestleMania, where that will be the rubber match between the two. And Asuka will essentially win the match by getting her win back and avenging her loss at last year's WrestleMania, and then shipping Charlotte over to Raw, because what I see happening over there is if you paid attention to the tweet that Ronda Rousey put out, she was calling out the 4 horsewomen. So who is Ronda facing at Royal Rumble? Sasha Banks. She's part of that. I can almost see them at Elimination Chamber having a singles match with Bayley, or Ronda Rousey, and then you're going to see Becky and Charlotte, and you're going to see all of them over on Raw. And there you go. There's your 4 horsewomen feud.
Well, even though they say they're not giving like the automatic rematch clauses, do you see anything before that all transpiring where Charlotte goes against Asuka one other time and then Becky one other time before the Rumble on SmackDown.
I see the Elimination Chamber match, women's match, being the #1 contender match.
Okay.
I see that.
I'm saying it's their way of justifying the automatic recalls.
There you go. Yes.
Rematches and clauses.
Johnny, what do you think?
About the automatic rematch? Or...
No. The Elimination Chamber. What I was just talking about.
I could see them not doing one and just having a singles match.
Right. But I'm talking the Elimination Chamber match will be the SmackDown. That'll be a #1 contenders match.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I see all 4 horsewomen essentially. Charlotte will be shipped over to Raw the night after WrestleMania. And all the 4 horsewomen will be over there. Because Becky will have taken on Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. And that will be the main event. So Becky will be in the main event of WrestleMania. At least that's what they should do, in my eyes. I could be wrong, but that makes sense. And then somehow find some way to build somebody up to beat Asuka. Ember Moon. Move Ember Moon over to SmackDown. Because I don't see Asuka losing. They're going to build her to be unbeatable, just like Ronda.
Yeah, and with Ember, I mean, all they're doing is putting her with Apollo Crews against Alicia Fox, which is a waste.
Yeah. I see them moving Apollo Crews over too, though. Now, is that the change? Is that a change? It's new. It's fresh, and I want to see Asuka versus fucking Ember Moon again. I would love to see that again.
Right. And then, of course, you got Nikki Cross being called up, so the way she's been seen as in SmackDown, that could be her and Asuka as well.
I would much rather see Ember Moon. I know Heather's like, no, I want to see Nikki, but I want to see Ember Moon.
I just want to see Nikki on TV, not necessarily against Asuka.
I think Nikki will essentially be a part of that Elimination Chamber match.
She might be.
I see.
Because it looks like they're even, I mean, with Naomi, it looks like they're putting her in a feud with Mandy Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course.
With that situation with Uso.
But Mandy Rose, like her, Naomi, Mandy Rose, it'll be Naomi Rose. Oh, God. Mandy Rose, Naomi, Nikki Cross, Carmella.
And Charlotte.
No, Charlotte will be... Yeah, Charlotte, and then... I'm going to throw Lacey Evans in there.
See, I would do Peyton Royce before I did Lacey.
Okay, Peyton Royce. And hopefully she fucking...
She's the first one eliminated.
She's the first one. She trips over herself and knocks herself out and is eliminated from the match. I don't want to see it.
Yes, because Austin says with Billy being hurt, Peyton's really not being used.
Well, Billy Kay can stay hurt for all I care.
She can stay injured.
Yeah, I can't stand that. They so ruined them too.
Yep.
They ruined Peyton Royce because Peyton Royce is the star of that group.
Hey, look, a conveniently placed chair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, Bobbit.
That was like the porta potty with Kevin Owens and Braun.
It's almost like they want to whack somebody in the head with it.
That won't be until this summer, Ace. That'll be like probably after WrestleMania, and they'll have totally forgotten about it. They moved right into a new segment.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they even go to a commercial?
I don't know.
No, it's all right. I wasn't asking you about it because I'm sure you don't know the answer. Wonder what this one's gonna be about. Wonder who he's gonna be fighting. Yeah. The fuck was that?
Any kid that wears his mask, he has a special moment with. And that was the special moment. A slow motion high five.
Oh God, what a shit show match this is gonna be.
Who's fighting?
Rey Mysterio, Mustafa Ali versus Samoa Joe and Andrade Cien Almas.
This is literally a match of, okay, we're just throwing these 4 guys together and go out there and fight.
Pretty much.
It's a segment filler match.
He attacked Daniel Bryan ready.
That is true.
By the way, Ronnie's off the call. I don't know if she's having internet issues or not.
Okay.
Her Skype might have froze again.
Yeah. It's all Trent's fault.
Because they're in a feud.
Yep, I agree with TSS. They probably forgot or trying to get you to forget.
What's up, Rage Bodied? How you doing?
You're a little bit tardy on that one there, buddy. He's been here for like 5 minutes.
Oh, I just saw him in the chat.
I know you did. Everybody said hi to him already. Where are you at? Off in your own little fucking
That
world.
Metal Floor dude.
He's a good hire.
That Metal Floor dude is officially part of the Packers.
It's a good hire. It's a good hire. I like the hire.
I heard the guy from USC is pretty much good as I went to Cardinals.
What?
Ronnie's laptop is restarting.
Okay, well, that's fine. Let me go in here with the questions. Okay, Why Society. I've seen that like 3 times now. I take everything that fucking people do on fucking Twitter with a grain of salt. Just saying.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know they don't give a shit about Andrade Cien Almas when they don't even they're showing him, but they're not playing his music.
Yeah,
It's at a commercial.
Then it's split screen.
Yeah.
They really don't care about him, so they didn't give him any kind of an entrance.
Who?
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah, they did.
It was Rey Mysterio's entrance when they went to commercial.
Yeah, but this has been up there that whole time. It's all right. It has been. Because I looked up and yeah, they don't give a shit about Samoa Joe either. Jesus Christ. This company is so... Yeah, this is a change you want. Not getting to see an entrance. But then again, I'm not one of those that really cares about fucking entrances. I stopped paying attention after Shinsuke got essentially buried. This match is gonna start. God damn, my nose itches. I just did. It still itches. And there will be no sideline. There will be no sideline study podcast tonight, guys.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Coop's not feeling well, so. Are they gonna have like Mustafa Ali be defeating the
top names
of SmackDown and then burying him in the end?
Probably.
It's so stupid.
I'm just ready for the dance break in Oscar.
Honestly, to me, even though it isn't a tag team, it's alright, I guess. I mean, Mustafa Ali deserves this opportunity. I could see Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali becoming a tag team, too.
Yeah, but how many years does that guy have left?
How old is he?
Who?
Rey Mysterio. Isn't he almost 50?
Let's take a look.
I know he's getting up there. He was in his early 20s. He was in his early 20s back in 90s.
He was born in 74. He's 2 years younger than you.
2 years younger than me, so he's 45, 3, 4.
I'm trying to come up with a new gimmick now that DJ Skinny Penis is dead.
Drew's a dick. It's okay.
Wait, what happened?
I don't want to get into it. Bobbitt's fucking crying over spilled milk.
Oh.
And that's what you're doing. Bobbitt's DJ Skinny Peanut. Apparently Drew got on the show and mocked it, I guess, or whatever. I'd have to. I've watched 30 seconds. I watched the thing and I was like, okay, whatever. I just blew it out. Bobbitt's all butthurt over it. I would have been honored. Just saying, man. Right? Bobbitt. Bobbitt!
Bobbitt!
Yes, Johnny.
You fucking prick. I was defending you on that one. I'm just saying, you don't. I would have been on. I would have been like, oh, he mocked me. He wants to. You know what you say? You just want to be like me, Drew. That's all you gotta say, Drew.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, we see that. How you doing? What'd you do?
I swear, this is a brand new laptop. It's not even 2 months old. And when I open 3 or 4 programs, just like yesterday with font, it changes on me. And now, today, this happened 3 times. It's shut down on me 3 times.
Did you do all your updates?
The computer was updating when we were getting ready to, when Bobbitt said about joining Skype, it did an update.
Did the computer restart?
Yep, everything. The viruses have all been updated, protections and everything. So I'm going to probably have to take it back to Best Buy.
It might have done an update and you missed a restart. Sometimes that happens because that happened on my work computer. Or it did a restart and it said restart your computer and then it did it to me again. It's actually done it to me on this what we have. Where I've been doing something and it does a restart And then I get on there and I start doing something, get ready to do something, and it restarts again. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's a Microsoft update. It does it like 3 times for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, it's just frustrating.
I know.
That was one of the reasons I got the new one, because I was having all the issues before. And I just told Austin, I said, well, we'll just get a new one and you can take the other one back and forth to school.
Right.
And it's like the same thing is happening with this. And I'm sitting here thinking, what is going on? I mean, it is. It's only a couple months old, so it's still under warranty because I took the extended warranty. So right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have them affected just to make sure.
Right.
But I did see Total Bellas comes back on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't care.
I can't wait.
I don't care.
Having that big marathon come Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. We won't be doing sidelines. We will not be doing sideline. I quit. We will not be doing sideline study podcast tonight. Coop's not feeling it. So.
Okay. Well, it was only the 4 games. I already had the.
Yeah, but there was a lot to talk about.
I know. I was the big goose egg this week. I didn't get anything.
No, it's not even about the picks.
Oh, I know. With you had said with the Bears game and some of the calls and some of the other calls with the games and.
Well, there was one.
I don't even watch football, and that Bears kick was the saddest thing I've seen in my life.
Well, he actually, to be honest with you, it was tipped. So the ball got redirected. So really, essentially, if it wasn't have been tipped, it would have been good.
Hey, Johnny, do you know what's sadder than that kick?
What?
Trek's sex life.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Stop it.
Okay,
what was even worse is
boy.
during the Ravens game, I went out to prepare dinner, and I was trolled by my son saying, "Oh, they came back because Flacco came in."
No, Flacco never came into the game.
And he never
showed
came
him.
in.
They showed him with his helmet on, but he didn't go into the game.
I was pissed about that.
Heather perked up a little bit when she seen he was standing next to the coach right on the sideline.
Helmet on and ready to go, and then all of a sudden Jackson's going back in. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, he never went into the game. He might have gone in for a play, but it was nothing. It was a.
Yep. Because when I saw that score, I was like, "Oh man, he must be doing really good for him now."
Yeah, that was all Jackson. That was Lamar Jackson. But then again, the Chargers were playing off the ball. I hate when teams do that. But yeah. No, I was going to talk about the incomplete pass that was actually a complete pass in the Bears game. I was going to explain how the way that they explained it, all you had to do was say, because the referee picked up the ball, the play is unreviewable. He didn't have to say, well, even though he caught the ball, the referee picked up and that confused people. The play is unreviewable because his knee was not down, and the referee picked up the ball.
No.
That's why it was unreviewable. And Bobbitt, I had to explain it it took me like 10 minutes to explain it to Bobbitt. But once I gave him the explanation, he understood it.
Well, and you explained to me, because I thought with the timeout that was called when that first kick went through.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, it's already good, and now they're calling the timeout and accepting it.
They had to, because the coach called the timeout before the ball.
Yeah, you said that. I thought maybe y'all didn't want to do it because the Colts and the Cowboys moved forward too.
Well, the Bears lost. That made up for it. But the Cowboys I don't care about, but whatever.
We're going to have harder games to pick for this time, though.
I got 2 out of 4 right. Oh, I ain't gonna lose this.
I got the big 0 out of 4.
No, you got 1.
I didn't win any.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to save mine for tomorrow night.
Be gone, sucks!
No, she didn't.
What the fuck is that?
It's my begone thought.
Oh, you changed to smoke weed every day?
Yeah, it's now begone thought because you know you don't want no STD.
Did you just say what I think you just said?
Maybe.
You might want to rethink what you just said. Because what I think you just said that I have an STD.
No. I said you don't want an STD.
Like I said, you just said that you have an STD.
No, I don't. No.
Well, we all know that you're a thought.
But yo, your boy DJ Skinny Penis does, yo. I got the clap in the crowd.
Bob, if he listened to what I said and just ignored what Drew did.
Let me teach y'all how the DJ Skinny Penis has sex. He gets on top of the woman and just starts flopping like a fish out of water, yo. Then I might pee in the butt, and that's how I do it.
I think they're going to start a feud with Andrade and Mysterio. Of some sort. It's probably a dream match for Andrade, too, because of who Rey Mysterio is. Which...
Yo, Jay Pizzle.
Hot. What?
Is peeing in the girl's butt considered sex?
Did you just said peeing in a girl's butt?
Yes.
You hired him.
I know.
What the fuck was that?
That's Trek laughing.
Yes, it is.
Trek, you sound like a fucking schoolgirl. God, sucks!
As soon as Trek laughs, you should say, "Be gone!" Jesus Christ. I don't know. Oh, no.
Trek is the next Amaranth.
The next what? I didn't catch that.
Trek is the next Amaranth.
Oh, God. What's an amaranth?
A thought?
Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to.
Why are you making me work so hard? God damn it.
I'm trying not to. Type it in the chat next time.
This is more funnier this way.
Yes.
I could be a voice actor for the Emperor.
Oh, great. She's back to being a fucking heel.
Join the power of the dark side. Feel the force around you.
Or maybe it's because Becky finally discovered how to have a personality. I was SmackDown Women's Champion for 130 days. During that time, I beat Charlotte twice. I beat Asuka twice. And I became champion by winning Money in the Bank. You know,
Be gone, sucks! God, Trek, get some bass in your
You know what's funny about that? I was thinking about saying something, and he said, "Be gone, thought." Now I forgot what I was thinking about.
Again.
Yes, again. Good God, shut the fuck up. Not you, the fucking Bellas.
But those are Ronnie's favorite women, though.
That's it. Oh, I was just so waiting for the Golden Globes if they won an award.
That's the perfect timing for you to say, "Be gone, thought." Bobbitt's got his finger on the trigger, waiting for somebody to say something. Trek, say something. You fail at every level on that one, Bobbitt. Just look at him and then... Who is saying that?
It's a meme.
A what?
A meme.
It's a meme? I thought a meme was a fucking...
Like a sound clip.
Yeah, that's a sound clip. That's not a meme.
It's just some random dude saying it. It's just funny.
How was work today, Trek?
That was good.
Never mind. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this fucking show. What the fuck is wrong with you? Bobbitt Truck is going to get on a plane and he's going to fucking dismember you.
Be gone, son!
Oh no. What the fuck?
Be gone, son!
Every time Truck looks up, just press that button. Oh, Truck, you know we love you.
I know, man. It's cool.
Be gone, son!
Sounds like a Jericho saying it.
Oh, Bob. Come on, Truck, it's fucking funny and you know it.
I know it is. I'm laughing at that thing.
The other one was good too. You stupid bastard. That was...
What David Wells put in the YouTube chat.
Be gone, son!
That's as bad as when Johnny was doing the memes.
Track.
That shit's
Track.
funny.
Track.
Yes.
I got something for you.
What's that?
What is that? No one cares. Oh, that was fun. Trek. If you're gonna fart, say excuse me.
Be gone, son!
There you go, Bobbit. Rusev Day.
Hell yeah.
That would be the perfect time for you to play the Begone Thought.
Be gone, son! Finish him!
Bobbit, you'll have to have that queued up when they do the Women's Revolution or Royal Rumble and they go over the top rope.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
For each one that goes over.
Get over here. Oh, there's Shinsuke.
Shinsuke is on.
It is true. Shinsuke's right.
Shinsuke is always right.
Well, no, because watch what Lana does. She jumps on his back. She jumps on Shinsuke's back. Rusev super kicks Shinsuke Nakamura. It's essentially, it is Rusev's fault for what happened. He's essentially right. Holy crap. Wendy's still sleeping.
Don't jinx it.
Well, we're gonna have to wake her up anyway, feed her, I think, but yeah, she's essentially asleep.
Essentially, she's knocked the fuck out right now.
She finally gave in.
It eventually catches up with them.
Fuck off.
Fucking Shinsuke. I like what Shinsuke's doing. Kinshasa.
Kinshasa.
I fucking love that move. It's one of my favorite moves in the WWE. In fact, it's one of my favorite finishers. I love that move.
Okay, Bobbit.
That's enough now, Bobbit.
It wasn't even me that time. I just got a notification.
Okay.
Look at Trek. Framing and propping his hair. Oh my God, sit down!
She's on borrowed time until the 9 comes around. Extraordinarily focused, Becky Lynch heading into tonight's triple threat with a Royal Rumble event in sight.
I didn't even hear what he said, Ace, but I get what he meant.
Wait a minute. Hey, is that a stuffed animal in Trek's screen?
It might be.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
That's
that?
his.
Do you see his bookcase there or his DVD case there?
Yeah.
It's fair.
Is that a naked Triple H?
It kind of looks.
Oh my God, I think it is.
He's got a. Oh my God. Trek has a sex doll.
That's right. There's a jacket on his globe. Apparently, he thinks it gets cold.
Is that a jacket?
It's something. Fabric.
Why does he have a globe?
It's a mood globe. That's for the sensual lighting.
Oh my God, sit back down. We don't want to see you cry.
Hey, Trek, what is that down below on your DVD fucking stand there? Is that a naked Triple H fucking statue or something? Or what?
No, that's a Shawn Michaels action figure.
I didn't know Shawn Michaels. I didn't know Shawn Michaels had that big of muscles. He looks like a fucking gorilla.
More importantly, is that a stuffed animal behind you?
I got one more question for you. Why the fuck do you have a globe in your room?
I've always had it.
What is that on top of the globe?
It's my dad's, what is it? It's the, Rotary Club, flag thing.
Rotary Club?
Yeah.
I still want to know, is that a stuffed animal back there?
Do you have a stuffed animal behind you?
It's behind you.
It's on your bed, Trek.
The only one I have here. Where is he? It's like Bob has Charmander got Pikachu.
Oh, you fucking...
Oh my God, he has a fucking Pikachu he sleeps with.
I just have him. I've had him there for like years.
That doesn't make it right.
Is that because you need a shocking experience when you're in bed?
What's up, Conman 167 hater? Why do you hate Conman? I actually like Conman. I'm subscribed.
No wonder Thunderbolt is your favorite move.
Why would you? Look. What else is there on SmackDown? Notorious. Squirtle? What the fuck is Squirtle?
It's a Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon.
Trent, what is that poster beside your Supergirl one?
Oh, shit.
That's Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
That's his favorite. It's his favorite movie of all time.
Yep.
You know that? And there's a subscribe. He's a PG supporter? Okay. I'm just a supporter of WWE. I don't understand. What do you mean? I don't.
What's all that shit in front of the globe? No, seriously, what's all that shit in front of the globe?
It's just like WWE stuff.
That's too vague. Be specific.
If
you're gonna make me ask questions with my voice shot, the least you can do is provide a good explanation, you fucking bastard.
I understand.
I'm gonna put that picture on Twitter.
What the fuck was that?
I don't think he's gonna give you an answer, Johnny.
Trek, are you like what he's asking? What you have in front?
They're like WWE title belts, like the ones you could buy at the Target and stuff.
Like which ones?
Like I have the Austin one, I have the World Heavyweight Championship, I have the Intercontinental title, and I have the what's the other one? I think that's it. Yeah.
The hardcore belt.
All things that he is compensating for.
That's why. Okay. Well, to each his own.
What? Wait. Think about it. He's got an overly buff Shawn Michaels. He has all the belts. He has a Pikachu on his bed. Trek's gay.
Oh no.
Here's the question, Trek. Are you a giver or a receiver?
Oh, Jesus, Bobbin.
Or would you be considered a butch or a bottom bitch?
Oh, what?
Johnny sounds like Daffy Duck right now. I'm not sure what I sound like. I know it's fucked up.
Okay. Well, I get it, man.
Oh. Hey!
Are you ready, Mean Gene? Gene!
Oh, man. Hey, my voice came back a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
I was going to ask you how Bijou was taken to that.
She's, being a brat. I needed to get that last little bit of phlegm.
A lot like that.
Yeah, kind of.
Fucking still out, man. Kids.
Literally.
But seriously, this morning, I woke up, I swear to God, it felt like somebody took a knife and stabbed me in the throat.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Hey, Johnny, you might want to drink some Fireball. That'll help.
Oh, yeah. There's a good idea.
I was going to suggest vinegar.
Oh, you're not... Dude, you're not making me mad. I don't hate Con-Man. I'm sub to him. I've never really watched him, but...
Well, actually, I've been downing fucking cough drops like they're going out of style.
You have your own opinion, man. I'm not a PG. I'm not liking what WWE's giving me right now either. I get it. In fact, one of the people on this call doesn't even watch the fucking product anymore. So it's all good.
Johnny, try drinking a Sprite. Like the carbonation stuff will burn that shit alive.
Actually,
that's what that apple cider vinegar burns. But
I just got finished drinking a Sprite. Well, I mean, obviously.
It's between the bubbles and the lemon.
What WWE belt do I like? Do I have to like a belt? I really don't have a favorite. I like the Winged Eagle one, but I don't have a preference. I honestly don't mind the ones they have now.
I know what kind of belt Trek likes.
Oh, no.
It's got a black leather strap. And has a big plastic pointy thing on the front.
And it goes with a ball gag.
My favorite belt is the Smoking Skull belt.
No, I have not seen the video of the Yodel Boy. What the hell? Have you seen the video of the Yodel Boy? Anybody seen the video of the Yodel Boy?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I've never seen it, man. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have an idea what it could be, but it's completely fucked up.
Oh, man.
Yodel? You know what yodeling is, right?
Yeah, but I had something completely different in mind.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about a boy who yodels.
Yeah, you don't want to know what I'm thinking.
Nobody does.
No, I really, really don't. In your infinite words, be gone, thought!
It would literally, like, shut down the stream.
He's thinking about when Trek's sister gags on the cock.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about a yodeling boy. A boy taking a dick up the ass. He's going, yodel, 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 yodel.
No, Austin said he's yodeling at Walmart.
He's yodeling at Walmart?
That's what Austin thinks that's what they're talking about.
Okay.
He yodels at Walmart.
Ryan Romano sings at Sam's Club.
Because they are fucking him on the prices.
Alright, so we got the tag team match between Usos and the Bar. If the Usos win, they get a title shot at Royal Rumble. I would have done this as a singles match.
Who's even the tag team champs?
The Bar.
The Bar.
Sheamus and Cesaro. In 2018, I think the tag team champs have either been the New Day, the Usos, or the Bar. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And they haven't even tried pushing any other fucking teams. Nope. It's always been those three. And they put Sanity didn't they put Sanity in like a 4-way or something like that?
And buried him.
Yeah. And buried him, like essentially got beat like right away. No, I do not watch Jake Paul.
Oh, and the Bludger Brothers were the tag team holders for a while.
Everybody can forget about them because they're garbage anyway. Essentially, I did not care about them at all.
Nobody gives a fuck about Logan.
Sarah Logan? I do.
No. The Paul brothers. No, I don't watch any of that stuff, man. That's for teenagers anyway. I'm a grown ass man.
Correction. Teenagers and Trickster.
I don't watch that shit.
Making fun of them all fucking night. That's the one thing that sets him off.
Exactly.
How gives a... Who's How? Who's How, Dan? He said How gives a fuck about the Paul brothers. Who's How? You met who? Okay. Let's be nice now. He asked a simple question.
Fuck PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie, I don't watch it. Like I said, that's for kids, I guess. I don't know. Well, apparently not, because he said a bad word on there.
The only good thing came out of that channel was Big Chungus.
Who the fuck is Big Chungus?
You've never seen the gloriousness of Big Chungus?
I don't know if I want to see the gloriousness of Big Chungus.
Oh my god, I gotta send you the picture of Big Chungus.
I am scared right now. Because the name itself just doesn't sound very good.
I'm really surprised that you don't know the gloriousness of Big Chungus.
Are the Uso... As a tag team, yes. Sheamus will be a Hall of Famer.
Cesaro will be too.
They need to push Cesaro a little bit more. He needs a title run. I mean, he's essentially still young. Why he hasn't been thrown into the main title picture, I don't know. I think they gave him a push, but then they killed it.
I'll send you the picture, JP, on your text.
Alright, I'll check it out later. God, please help me.
Not bad.
Alright, hold on. You said in a text message?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Big Chungus?
Yes.
It's a Fat Bugs Bunny?
Yes.
Why is it a PS4 box?
It's Big Chungus the game. We're not ready for it.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Do you ever?
Sometimes. Isn't Doink already in the fucking Hall of Fame?
Not yet.
Doink deserves to be in the Hall of Fame about as much as fucking Gilbert and fucking Glacier. Not at all.
They're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Not at all. Sid Vicious, Vader needs to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Ryan? I don't know what the fuck you mean by who dat.
Saints.
Yeah,
Why are you telling me who dat? I don't know what you mean by that. Who? Who's who? I know what it means, Bobbit. I know what it means. But why would you just say who dat to me? I don't understand what that means. In the 30 some odd years that I've been watching football, well, let me take that back. The 40 some odd years I've been watching football, I've never understood who dat. What the fuck does that mean? I don't understand that.
Colin, I agree with you 100%.
You can't even... Saints fans can't even speak English. Who dat saying they gonna beat them Saints? What the hell does that mean?
He's speaking in tongues. He's summoning Saints.
Kelly, not going to get into the Hall of Fame. She didn't do that much. Shamrock, maybe.
Candace.
The Hardys will. Candace Michelle?
No. What about Candace?
Who's Candace?
Candy's nuts fit in your face. Oh!
No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I agree, Ryan. You speak better than DJ Skinny Penis. Everybody speaks better than DJ Skinny Penis. He only knows how to say yo.
See, something Z. Here he comes.
Why are you hating?
Why am I hating? Hating isn't a word.
Keep on drinking that haterade.
Haterade doesn't really exist. If you're going to be on this channel, you need to speak English.
I don't see him in here.
Okay. But no, Doink, I don't think Doink needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He didn't do anything in WWE. And that's just me being real. And a couple of them I agree with, but Doink, no. Brian's defending himself by saying, who dat? I'm literally asking a question. What does who dat mean? I'm literally asking, Ryan. You learn something new every day. I've never had the chance because I don't know many Saints fans. So I'm literally asking, what does who dat? What is the meaning behind who dat? Just asking.
Yo, man, who dat is what AEW be saying to WWE, man. It's gonna go all straight to the top, motherfucker. It's gonna be real. Yeah. Yo.
She's waiting.
Yes, that's great.
It's a chant. Who is that? Who dare says they are going to be the Saints? I don't think anybody wants to be the Saints. What team would dare say that? Well, the Packers would. And have. Let me see.
Multiple times.
13 championships to 1, I think. That's all I got to fucking say.
Oh. Jay Fizzle over here dropping knowledge, yo.
Hey, that's what I do's up in this biznitch.
Don't ever do that again.
I know, right?
A Wikipedia page for what, Alpha?
You guys are speaking in codes today. Good luck with that, because I don't see them beating the Rams. Ooh.
You know, I figured out that the Rams are satanic.
No.
Oh, I mean, come on, think about it. Who else would have a goat's head on their fucking Ucky uniform?
They don't. It's a ram.
Just a style of goat.
I don't know if they have a ram's head on their uniforms anymore. They used to, but I don't think they do anymore. They have the horn thing, the horn like logo type deal thing. I know they reverted back to their old uniforms. Well, their home uniforms are their old uniforms before they changed to this dark blue and old gold style that they had. Yeah, you can, because that's where the 13 comes from. Because it's an NFL championship. So yes, it counts. And yes, the Lions have won one way back in 1960. When they were actually relevant. True. It's true. Can you argue? Can you argue with me that they are relevant, Trek? Trackster, answer the question.
I can argue that they're more relevant than when they were 0-16 that year.
Okay, so they're just a little bit more relevant than when they were 0-16.
Yeah.
Not that much more relevant.
They're about as relevant as your sex life, Trek.
Oh, no, that's not.
Jeez. I'll be right back.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I hear Wendy.
Yeah. Hell no, Gilbert and Glacier aren't going to be in the Hall of Fame. It is never going to happen.
Yes, they will.
No, it will not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
Nope. Wendy is awake. She is not woken. I woke her up a couple of times last night. I did not wake her up today. She woke up on her own. We don't say woken in this house. We don't. It's not, it makes no sense. Hey, I'm woken. Woken from what?
And Gilbert deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's a former champion.
A relevant champion.
Still champion.
So was Nicholas. You want him to go in too?
Hell no.
He could.
If he goes in, then you know it's a legit joke. The Hall of Fame is garbage. If they do that, for sure.
Hey, you said doo-doo.
What's up, Tony? Bowflex? Nope. Why would a Bowflex go into the fucking Hall of Fame? That's never going to happen.
Well, he did.
No, he did not. He did not. He did not beat a fucking champion inside the fucking ring. So shut the fuck up.
Well,
shut the fuck up.
Shut
me that. Yeah. You're talking again. Zip it. I got a feeling Mandy Rose is going to pull something to throw Jimmy off. No, I don't think. Well, maybe, but it might distract them all. This match has got to end sometime soon. That hurts. Which one's Jimmy? Fucking
the one in the ring.
Okay. I mean, Jay is there, so I don't think that will matter. I disagree. I'm very skeptical, Ryan, about AEW right now, but here's Mandy Rose.
Corey Graves has got a flip of shit.
Is she gonna get naked?
Jimmy's on the outside.
They ain't gonna allow her to get Bob it.
You got David Hill go in.
Who?
Triple H.
Into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Where are we going with this? I like where this is going.
Dan, he's in the Hall of Fame. Stone Cold is.
Yeah, he went in way back in 2000. Wasn't it 2010?
So, yeah.
I thought it was 2009.
Whatever. 1 year off. I'm sorry.
Get it right, JP. God.
I know, Mom needs to go make more.
And what did I say, Tony? You're probably right. But where is Naomi? That's the question. Naomi's thrown into this. Where the fuck was he? That's why this fucking feud between Naomi and fucking Mandy Rose is stupid.
I know, but I gotta go make more. So you have to be calm, baby girl. Okay? Okay?
Tom Flores and Steve Sable? We'll see. Steve Sable, yes. Tom Flores, probably, but we'll see. I'm not big into Hall of Fame stuff. I'm really not.
Give me just 1 minute, baby girl.
Oh my God, they're gonna have The Miz and Shane McMahon win the tag team titles. Ryan wants to know how your birthday was, Heather.
It was
Here?
tiring.
Yeah, she's pretty tired. Yep, give me a second. Somebody's fussing like a motherfucker. Oh, what's going on, huh? Huh? Whoa! Oh, shit. got me.
Oh yeah. I was not out here.
Andrew, I don't think they're going in this year. I don't think China and Taker are going in this year. From what I heard, The Rock is probably going to be the headliner for the Hall of Fame this year. They'll save Taker for next year.
We gotta wait for Mom. Well, there goes Naomi. Finally. Where was she at the beginning? She is so fucking pissed that she is.
Exactly, Ryan. He's not going to until he retires fully. So I think it could be next year, though.
Hey, little girl. What are you doing? Dad's got to go change his shirt.
Hi, baby girl. Daddy's not mad. It's okay.
Oh, God.
He's okay, baby.
Look at this shit.
Yeah. Yes, baby girl. Hold on.
I don't think so, Ryan. I think it's going to be McIntyre versus Braun. I don't think Taker may even be there this year.
My daughter just puked all over me, so I had to change. What are you talking about? What's going on?
Ryan was saying he heard that they might have McIntyre versus Undertaker. I don't think they're going to do that.
No, they're gonna. I think they're gonna do McIntyre at WrestleMania. I think he's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And he'll take on Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman.
Cena's winning the Rumble.
They ruined it by taking the title off of AJ Styles, Bob.
Yeah.
Because I remember specifically, and this is what pisses me off about this whole thing. Randy Orton, they asked, when Randy Orton, he did he cut the promo and he said, somebody asked him, he's like, I have my sights set on something bigger. I don't know if anybody remembers that promo.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I got big-eyed. I said, he's going after AJ. He's going after AJ's title. And it's going to set up John Cena. And that's why I said, watch. This is why I said they should do John Cena versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania 35. That's where I was going with that because of that one promo. And they have not. And if Rey Mysterio is that something bigger, did they fucking fail?
And
Well,
Ryan,
we still
if
could
someone
get
has
John
Undertaker
Cena and Randy
fight
Orton.
again at WrestleMania, I'm done watching the fucking product.
Do what? Who?
Ryan.
I don't want to fucking see Undertaker or Shawn Michaels anymore. I didn't want to see Undertaker first time. I didn't want to see him the second time, and I didn't want to see him the third time.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
Were all those fine? Go ahead, Bob.
We got 2 fantastic matches out of those 2. We don't need a third.
Right.
Well, like what JP was saying, we still could get John Cena and Randy Orton
But it would have
for
been.
WrestleMania.
It kind of loses its luster.
Yeah, it does now.
Because it's
they
not.
Still have a chance to build with it.
Where are they going to build with?
Well, John Cena is between the 2.
They had
he could be on either one, and I don't think anybody wants to see him in the title picture if it's Brock or Braun.
I kind of did. I kind of wanted this. Well, I wanted Randy Orton to take the title off of AJ Styles based on his promo that he cut. That's who I thought he was going after, and they failed. And if they said that Rey Mysterio was the sights that he had set, boy, did they fail.
Okay, well, look what they're doing. Tonight, they showed AJ with Daniel Bryan. If they have another match with these 2, put the title back on AJ, then you could still get Randy Orton and AJ.
Okay, so then why in the fuck did they take the title off of fucking AJ Styles in the first place?
Well, I think we were all surmising it was due to the contract, that they didn't know what he was doing with his contract. But
to think
now that they have the opportunity to have these 2 fight again, then yeah, they could flip him back.
I see the contract thing, but
because look how they're starting to build AJ back up again. You had the Vince McMahon trying to build him up, and AJ's slapping him and knocking him out, and then he's coming out tonight, and he's going after Daniel Bryan with that aggression.
But in hindsight being 2020, it was stupid to take the title off him because they signed him anyway.
Yeah. But of course, WWE doesn't do anything logical.
And essentially, Daniel Bryan is boring the shit out of me.
Nice, Bob. I hope you have fun.
Does anybody want to see John Cena versus Daniel Bryan?
No.
So, who else right now, other than possibly Shinsuke, going after Daniel Bryan if it's not going to be AJ? Could it be Randy Orton?
It could, but it's kind of...
Really?
Oh my God, whatever, dude. Anyway, I don't know. It kind of killed it for me, so no, I don't want to see it now. To be honest with you.
For Cena, the only thing it would be breaking that record.
Well, that's essentially what I was saying, but the title reign wouldn't be that long.
Right.
Might be like a month, 2 months, whatever.
Well, isn't he getting ready to go do another movie too? Was it that Duke Nukem or something? So he would, it wouldn't even last long for him.
You just wait until I'm done.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Ronnie. I forgot he was gonna play Duke Nukem.
Yeah, but when is that movie gonna happen? When is that movie due to come out?
Right, next year.
Okay. They could still do something with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie thing doesn't matter.
And I don't think anybody wants to see The Rock coming back and involving himself in anything.
No. I just... Look, the reason that I said Randy Orton and John Cena is it's one of the, and they've never had a match at WrestleMania. I think they have, but it wasn't for a title ever. And that would essentially, and that would be your main event or undercard to the main event. That's the match that would put butts in the seats to me.
Okay, now with bringing up these up-and-comers like EC3 and Lars Sullivan, where would you see them? Would you see them mid-card right now, or thrusted right into the
I don't see Lars Sullivan being a main event guy. I just don't.
Okay,
he doesn't
so
impress me.
EC3 with him.
EC3 down the road, he's a main event guy, but you got to build him up first. He's one of those guys you can't just throw it. It's like Drew McIntyre. They can't. Yes, he looks the part, but you just don't want to throw him right into the main event picture.
No.
I can see them building up to it easily because it wouldn't be that hard. To be honest with you, I'd rather see EC3 on Raw anyway. The reason I say that is him and Drew McIntyre, and I keep saying this, look up Drew McIntyre and Ethan Carter, EC3 in Evolve, cutting a promo on WWE. You want to talk about a pipe bomb? They drop a pipe bomb. Like, they beat the shit out of the entire roster and then cut a big time promo on WWE. He's going to turn on him. Shane McMahon's going to turn on The Miz.
Well, at least with this show tonight, I mean, we got some forwarding with what's going to happen at Rumble. I mean, we know the Usos are out of the picture now. So
yeah, they haven't even done anything to build the Royal Rumble for Raw yet. No, the only thing that we got was Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar, but that failed on all fucking levels.
Right, and then we're going to have this come to, I guess, like a somewhat of a leading up to the Rumble.
What the fuck are you two talking about? I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you. What the fuck are you two talking about? Trek goes, you've got to be more specific, or WWE will just throw EC3's ass in your face. The fuck does that mean? Specific about what? Answer the fucking question.
Shove it right in your face.
Yeah, but be specific about what?
I think he was just trying to be clever because of that fucking promo video.
Yeah, I think Bobbitt's mentioned it before, all the man ass.
Tony, to be honest with you, Braun Strowman failed on all levels during that promo. If I was Brock Lesnar, I would have fucking done the same thing. I would have just said, say something to get me to come out to the ring. He said nothing. If I was Brock Lesnar, I would have just left. I would have left laughing at everything that Braun Strowman said last night. Whoever wrote that for him, some of the I actually listened to it again or watched it again today. Number one, it failed because he was looking at the fucking camera and not the or not the Titantron. Number two, he said shit backwards. If anything, he said something about Paul Heyman's ass. I would have said, do you know what goes up Paul Heyman's ass because you kiss it so fucking much? Essentially, he said, I can't even remember what he said. Go watch it. It's on WWE.com. And I tell you what, Braun Strowman, if he wins the title, you thought the Universal title was garbage now. Once he wins it, it's complete garbage. Call Heather into the... Heather's in the room. She's sitting right here. I don't know if the donation will play, man. So
it's up. It'll play. Just gotta give him a minute to go through. Been slow tonight, so. Easy, baby. Easy.
I actually like the Sasha Banks winning the #1 contendership for the title. I didn't like the match itself, but I liked what they did.
Ryan, don't be so sure.
What? Braun Strowman has become a joke?
No, that Braun Strowman is never winning.
I don't think he's.
Universal
I don't
title.
think he's.
Like you said.
I don't think he's ever winning it either. I don't think he's ever going to win the title. They've just made him. I don't know. They got to rebuild him. Move him. Get him away from Raw. Get him off of TV for a little bit. Let him get away and then rebuild him because he has just been awful. I think Johnny's sleeping again. You sleeping, Johnny?
No, I'm awake.
Oh. Twice? Well, this will be the second time, actually.
This would be 3.
Have they gone one-on-one before? Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, they have.
Yeah.
But, okay, so Ryan, here's the thing. I know people don't care that Ronda Rousey is champion. That's essentially why they should have never put the title on her this soon. Because now you know she's not going to...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Merge.
Thanks, Merge. So, yeah, I don't know. I just, you can sit there and say, well, I don't care about the match. Well, who's Ronda? Do you want Ronda Rousey to be Brock Lesnar and not show up to fucking Raw and not defend the title? I mean, essentially, then people will be bitching about that shit. You can't have one thing and not the other. Either make up your mind. Do you want your champion to show up or do you not want the champion to show up? What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right, but isn't that Brock's supposed last appearance?
Yes.
It's supposed
Okay,
to.
so if we're looking at that, we've got what? Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, before Rumble.
No.
Or before WrestleMania.
Brock Lesnar won't show up to those.
Right, Brock Lesnar, right. There would be no appearances with him till WrestleMania.
Correct.
So even if they did decide to throw it on to Braun, there would be 2 other pay-per-views before WrestleMania that if Drew won the Rumble, he could still challenge Braun Strowman. Doesn't mean he would be facing him at WrestleMania, but if that's the way that they're going, then put it on Braun, and then for 2 months you've got 2 pay-per-views, which would be pretty much throwaway pay-per-views till Mania.
Yeah, but go ahead, Johnny, unless that was me. Okay. I don't want Braun to have the title. The guy is ruined right now. Get him away. Get him away. Just take him off TV for a little bit. I'm not. After last night, there is nothing that I mean, good. If go watch the promo.
It was horrible. Yeah, I agree with you.
And that essentially killed the guy right there. Plus, Crown Jewel, he was squashed by Brock Lesnar. I don't care if Braun Strowman wins that title. Essentially, you're killing Brock Lesnar. Essentially, you killed Brock Lesnar when he lost to Goldberg in a minute and 15 seconds. To be honest with you, that's why nobody cares about Brock Lesnar, because he got beat by fucking Goldberg. At least that's the way I look at it. I don't know how anybody else feels, but I don't know why they did that. Okay, I mean, I know why they did it, but...
What if putting it on Braun, and then with where they've got Seth Rollins right now, I mean, nobody wants to see him and Lashley feuding. I mean, that's not going to lead to anything, and that's just going to kill any momentum with Rollins.
Well, that's what they're going to do at Rumble.
And if you've got 2 pay-per-views before that, Mania, have Rollins and Braun feuding for the title up until Mania.
Again, I don't want Braun Strowman anywhere near that title. I really don't. Not with the way he's been built. They have failed at all levels with that guy.
And then unfortunately, if you're not going to have Braun or Brock after Rumble, then there's no way for Rollins to even be in the title contention, because with Mania, whoever wins, unless Rollins wins the Rumble.
I think they're going to keep Rollins and fucking Dean Ambrose going. To be honest with you, if anything, they're gonna do like a little one-off feud between Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins, and then they're gonna go right back to Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
And see, that just kills what WWE said: time for change, time for new things. I mean, you've already gone through it, and now you're going to rehash it.
Again, I said it Friday, I said it last week. They ain't changing shit. They aren't changing a damn thing. They might tweak a match, but that's it. That's not really change. Adding Mustafa Ali is the only change that I've seen. That's it. And that's really not anything.
Right, that was just moving him up.
Yeah. Adding EC3, Lacey Evans, Heavy Machinery, and Lars Sullivan isn't change either. It's just calling people up. Saying, here's your change. Okay. I would just forget it. Keep the title on Brock and have Drew McIntyre beat Brock Lesnar. That's what I would do. Who's more believable right now, Braun or Brock?
Oh, Brock is most definitely.
That's what I'm saying. For Drew McIntyre, that would be Now, if they do beat Brock Lesnar, they better build Braun, which they failed at every turn with trying to build him. They had something going, but it's the same thing. It's like Alexa Bliss. It's the same promo every goddamn time, and he's just vanilla to me.
Well, they still could at some point. I mean, if they did throw it onto Braun at Rumble, and then, like you said, take him off TV, don't have him at the next pay-per-view, which would be Elimination Chamber, start building him, just don't have him defend the title at Elimination Chamber. That gives them 2 pay-per-view cycles to build him up, because, like we've said, the 30-day rule's out the window. Have him start with that feud, have Drew win the Rumble, and then build towards that, which would give him about 6 weeks till Mania. And they could possibly do it that way.
Maybe, but Braun's been off of TV for how long? He was on Raw 2-3 weeks ago, and that was the last time we seen him. And he wasn't on there for like 3 weeks before that, I think.
Right.
So essentially, he's only been on TV 2 times in the last 2 months.
Right, and still, I mean, we still didn't even know if he was cleared for anything with the shoulder or the elbow.
Well, as of right now, he is not cleared yet.
Okay.
They aren't going to let him do anything until Royal Rumble.
Rumble.
Which is another reason why Brock only circled the ring.
But he got in the ring. But he didn't.
There was nothing physical.
Right.
I mean, the only thing with Braun, when the way he got beat at Crown Jewel, was when the way Baron Corbin hit him in the back of the head with the Universal title. That's the only thing that they can go fall back on, but it's a weak.
Can you tell me you're done?
Because he recovered from it and got in a couple of shots, but they were ineffective on Brock Lesnar.
Right, and at that point, too, they were backed into a corner because of the Roman situation, too. So it was like there was no, I mean, logically, putting it back on Brock at that point.
Well, I've seen them backed into corners before. And I'm not yelling at you, Ronnie, but I think that's a lame excuse for them to do what they did. And I'm not saying that I get what you're saying, but I think these guys are writers. They're professional fucking writers. They're professional fucking bookers. They should know, hey, we should have a backup plan in case something like this happens. You know what I mean? I mean, that makes sense to me. If I was booking a show, okay, what happens if something happens? I need plan B. And they didn't do that. They just threw shit together just to throw shit together. It's essentially what they did with AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Because Daniel Bryan didn't go over to Saudi Arabia. That was a quick fix. That made more sense than what they did at Crown Jewel. To me. And I don't know if he was hurt. He was legit hurt. There was more wrong with him than just that freaking elbow. They took him off of TV for not that elbow. I think they took him off of TV for his knees.
Right, but we have seen where they have just thrown stuff together just to throw it together and it not make sense. And of course, with the Saudi thing, they had all that controversy. They had the stuff with Roman, which was figured out, thrown together. Now you've got where Brock was only going to be on TV and through the Rumble with his contract, because his contract is coming up. And then, of course, he's iffy when he's going back to UFC. So there's still that lingering out there, and there could be a change at the last minute with that. I mean, UFC could say this week, we're signing him, because as of today is the 8th, he is eligible to go back to UFC because he's passed all his tests.
You're right.
So we could still get before the Rumble something just thrown together again. Okay, we're going to throw it on Braun, and we'll let it ride for 2 months.
And to me, that's a failure.
Right. And I mean, it's not like they haven't done it in the past. And if there isn't anything where they're showing where things have changed, then that's the path they're going to continue on. We're just going to throw it, see if it sticks to the wall. And if it does, great. If not, we'll figure out something at a later date.
Well,
it's not like they've got a plan B set in stone or
no, I know that.
Ready to go.
What I'm saying is fucking bullshit. They should have a fucking plan B.
And I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Every person on that roster. What if Asuka gets hurt?
Exactly. I'm in agreement with you, but like I said, I wasn't. It may have sounded like I was yelling at you, but I'm not.
Oh, no.
I think for people to say, well, this, that, or the other, and I'm like, that's just don't make any sense. That's not the way. It's piss poor planning, and this is why this company is in the shape that they're in now.
Well, yeah, we've seen that even with the shows. I mean, look at the Raw show. That got changed based on what WWE had put out, what the Amway Center put out. All those matches changed. And Vince, and we all know, Vince is at the 11th hour changing things, or right before they're going out. Oh, we're changing this.
Well, I think putting Baron Corbin in that match didn't make any sense to me. I think the way that they did the match made sense. I didn't care for the match itself, but
But we had Seth Rollins and Ambrose in a match in the first hour, and then we had them in the third hour.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, what other talent could we have used for that third hour for a main event? And then, of course, we had the Alexa Bliss, which I knew we were expecting, but then that turned into the impromptu, Sasha Banks versus Nia, which we did get a forwarding motion with that because now we know Sasha's going against Ronda.
I think that was I think that was planned, though, because they had the Moment of Bliss thing planned with Ronda Rousey, and I think they planned that. That wasn't just on a whim thing. That was planned. That storyline is planned.
But they may have known, okay, we've got to have something going forward for Ronda. Let's do this. I mean, they could have waited till next week. True. That could have been, okay, next week we're going to have Sasha Banks.
Well, I mean,
Nia Jax,
storyline that match was thrown together is what I'm saying. I think that match was planned ahead of time. Because there was nobody to face Ronda. Ronda's beat everybody on the roster. I mean, yeah, you could put her against Tamina, but who wants to see fucking Tamina face Ronda Rousey? Right?
True.
So...
But then, I think somebody even mentioned it last night. Okay, well, where does this leave Bayley?
Well, I made mention of that earlier. I think the next person that Ronda Rousey's going to wrestle is going to be in a singles match at the Elimination Chamber. Is going to be Bayley.
Right, because we know nobody, at least up until Mania, that Ronda faces is she's not going to lose.
She's either facing, unless something happens again, like an injury or something. She's either facing Charlotte or Becky, one of them two.
Right.
And I have heard this rumor going around where they're going to have them land at the same time, and it's going to be Becky versus Becky and Charlotte. But I don't know if they'll do that because that kind of goes against their philosophy because they had that happen one other time and the person that actually won the Royal Rumble didn't even fucking wrestle the champion. And I think that was WrestleMania 10, if I remember correctly. Lex Luger and, who was it? Lex Luger and British Bulldog.
Bret Hart.
No, at the Royal Rumble. It was Lex Luger and British Bulldog landed at the same time. And then I think at WrestleMania 10, they're like, yeah, we're just going to have...
It was Bret Hart.
It was Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10. Bret Hart faced the champion at WrestleMania 10. Essentially, I think it was Lex Luger and British Bulldog had a match at WrestleMania. If I remember right. I don't know. I don't know what they did.
It was Luger and Bret Hart, and they both hit the floor.
No, it was British Bulldog. I remember distinctly.
No, was it?
I remember distinctly because I watched the
the
pay-per-view.
Rumble, right?
I remember distinctly because the person that did not win the Royal Rumble was not in the title match.
All right, there we got our winner.
So that tells you that fucking Charlotte is facing... That just tells me that Charlotte is probably winning the Royal Rumble.
And I mean, this is even the example too. Look how Becky got hurt, and look what they had to do with the Asuka, Charlotte, and Ronda match with Becky getting hurt. They didn't have that backup plan. So it's the same thing. I mean, between now and Mania, they better have something in place or some sort of planning, like you said. If Asuka gets hurt, if Ronda gets hurt and can't compete, or one of these other competitors can't compete, what is going to be their backup plan for these matches? Because they've given them some time off and they've healed up, but you can get hurt at any given time, place, event, and if they don't have the planning in place, it's going to fall apart like it did the last pay-per-views.
Okay.
Exactly. What happened when Rollins and Kane were fighting in Scotland, I think it was, or Ireland, and Rollins blew out his knees.
So we've got Becky moving forward now.
Which tells me, again, that Charlotte is probably winning the Rumble.
Right, which would give you your setup for Ronda and Charlotte. And then setting up for the 4 horsewoman angle.
Okay, so anyway, but you know where I'm going with the fucking double people, both because fucking Bret Hart went on to fucking beat Lex Luger in a singles match, correct? But at WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart faced his brother Owen and lost that match. So you're wrong, Ryan, at WrestleMania. I know that for a fact, because I just watched WrestleMania the other day.
He faced Owen to start off the night, but then Luger lost to Yokozuna, so Bret fought Yokozuna to win.
No, that's right. That's right. I get them two fucking confused for some reason.
Yeah.
So now this is kind of like she's number one contender and her rematch.
Becky's not beating Asuka for the title.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
I think they're keeping the title. I think they're keeping the title on Asuka for a while. They're keeping the title on Asuka for a while.
Yep, I agree.
We shall see, though. Alright. That being said...
We at least moved forward on SmackDown. I mean, we moved
a
little bit on Raw, but we got a little bit more forwarding towards Rumble with the SmackDown show tonight.
Yeah. Yes, we already mentioned that.
I mean, I think we're setting up, like we said, we're getting a Naomi and Mandy. That feud we know is going to exist. And then we've got Shinsuke and Rusev. And then how they decide to pursue with Daniel Bryan and AJ.
Yeah.
And then we mentioned, I think, Almas and Rey Mysterio possibility.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm not watching this fucking crap. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. I don't know. We'll see what they do. But like I said, I just want them to have a backup plan. I'm sick and tired of them just throwing shit together. Just throw the shit together. No, I'm not going to do that. All right. Anyway, I don't know what else there is to talk about. You guys got anything to add?
No.
No.
I don't think Asuka's title's in danger. They'd be... This is just telling me that they don't think Becky's a main event player. They're going to keep... They're doing something. I don't know what it is they're doing. They might do the... I don't know. We'll see. I'm confused as all shit by this, but whatever. So, yeah. Anybody else have anything to add? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No.
That being said, I want to thank everybody for being here. I will see you guys later. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Thursday, hopefully for Wrestling Memories if Johnny's feeling better. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.